Real Madrid and AC Milan are two of the most decorated clubs in football history. The Spanish giants have been extremely successful in recent years with multiple La Liga and Champions League triumphs. Whereas the Italian club are still in a transitional period as they look to return to their glory days. The two clubs have faced each other several times over the years and have produced some magnificent spectacles. The first ever encounter between Madrid and Milan took place in the semi-finals of the 1966-56 European Cup. In addition to this, some of the best players in the world have had the opportunity to represent both of these prestigious clubs. Icons such as Ronaldo and Clarence Seedorf have had successful stints at both clubs during their prime years. Legends such as David Beckham and Essien have played for these clubs towards the end of their careers. With that in mind, here are the 10 greatest players who have played for Real Madrid and AC Milan. 10 greatest footballers who played for Real Madrid and AC Milan. Rank. Player. Real Madrid appearances. AC Milan appearances. 1. Clarence Seedorf. 146. 394. 2. Ronaldo. 161. 20. 3. Kaká. 109. 288. 4. David Beckham. 142. 33. 5. Fernando Redondo. 205. 21. 6. Christian Panucci. 88. 119. 7. Michael Essien. 28. 22. 8. Gonzalo Higuaín. 238. 22. 9. Alvaro Morata. 102. 10. 10. Theo Hernandez. 23. 220. Theo Hernandez is arguably one of the best fullbacks in the world right now. The Frenchman is electric and is particularly effective when he advances into the final third. In 2017, Hernandez joined Madrid and he made his senior debut in a 2-0 victory over Barcelona in that year's Supercopa de España. The defender made 3 appearances during Madrid's 2018 Champions League triumph. In 2019, the France international moved to AC Milan and since then, he has cemented his starting position at left-back. He has made over 200 appearances for the club and has 66 goal contributions during this period, which is very impressive considering the fact he is primarily a defender. Alvaro Morata rose through the ranks at the Santiago Bernabeu, starting in the youth team before making his debut with the senior team in 2010. The Spaniard has won several trophies in his career and lifted the Champions League for the first time in 2014 with Los Blancos. After a stint in Italy, Morata was brought back to Madrid and he won the La Liga title and another Champions League. The striker then had spells in the Premier League with Chelsea and also in Spain with Atletico Madrid. In 2024, Morata joined AC Milan and in 11 appearances across all competitions, he has 2 goals and 2 assists to his name. The lethal finisher moved to Real Madrid in January 2007 from River Plate. In his first season in the Spanish capital, Gonzalo Higuaín struggled to find the back of the net regularly and this raised doubts over his ability to perform at one of the biggest clubs in the world. During his second season, he was equally inconsistent, but an injury to Ruud van Nistelrooy presented him with the opportunity to become Madrid's starting striker. Higuaín went on to become one of the best strikers in Europe, scoring over 100 goals for Los Blancos and winning 3 La Liga titles. The Argentine isn't known for his lone spell with AC Milan. However, the forward did register 10 goal contributions in just 22 matches for the Rossoneri. Michael Essien had a very successful career, and he will go down in history as one of the best defensive midfielders of all time. He will also be remembered for his great long-distance strikes, which often swerved into the top corner of the net. Essien had spells at Real Madrid and AC Milan towards the end of his career and, most importantly, after his prime years. he followed his former boss Jose Mourinho to Spain, and in his last game for the club he scored his second goal of the season, which he dedicated to his manager. The defensive-minded midfielder signed for the Italian club in 2014 but made just 22 appearances. An incredibly versatile defender, who had significant success at both of these historic clubs. Christian Panacci moved to Milan in 1993 and won 2 Serie A titles and the Champions League. The defender featured in the 4-0 Champions League final victory over Barcelona. Panacci was considered as a backup to Milan's defensive backline that featured the likes of Paolo Maldini and Franco Baresi, but he earned himself a starting spot over time. An incredibly versatile defender, who had significant success at both of these historic clubs. Christian Panacci moved to Milan in 1993 and won 2 Serie A titles and the Champions League. The defender featured in the 4-0 Champions League final victory over Barcelona. Panacci was considered as. Like Essien, Panacci followed his former manager to Madrid, but this time the head coach in question was Fabio Capello. In Spain, he won the La Liga title in 1997 and won his second Champions League 1 year later. Fernando Redondo will be remembered for his successful stint with Real Madrid rather than his short spell with AC Milan towards the end of his playing days. The Argentine was a defensive midfielder who not only thrived in defensive situations but also in attacking moments where he used his creative qualities. His performance at Old Trafford in the Champions League was magical, with Sir Alex Ferguson's side unable to get the ball off him. During his time at Madrid, he won the La Liga title on 2 occasions and just as many Champions Leagues. His Milan career was restricted by injury, but Redondo added another Champions League winners' medal to his cabinet in 2003. David Beckham was considered one of the best wingers in the world when he was at Manchester United, with defenders unable to cope with his inviting deliveries from the right-hand side. The Brit earned himself a move to Real Madrid, where he became one of their Galacticos. Beckham played for seasons with Madrid, winning La Liga in his final season in the Spanish capital. The Englishman scored 15 goals and registered 41 assists in 142 appearances. Despite his impressive numbers, he was forced out of the club by manager Fabio Capello. Towards the end of his career, he had 2 loan spells with AC Milan, in 2009 and 2010, before putting an end to his 20-year playing career in May 2013. The attacking midfielder also won the 2007 Ballon d'Or and the UEFA Club Footballer of the Year. His scintillating performances saw him move to Real Madrid in 2009 for €67 million. However, he faced several injuries in Spain which restricted his game time. Furthermore, he returned to Milan for 1 season in 2023. A majestic footballer, who is considered one of the greatest strikers of all time. Ronaldo had the goal-scoring qualities of a traditional number 9 but also had the technical skills of a winger. His phenomenal performances for club and country saw him win several individual accolades, such as FIFA World Player of the Year on 3 occasions and the Ballon d'Or award on 2 occasions. Ronaldo joined Madrid in 2002 and won the league title in his first season. In his 161 appearances, the Brazil international scored a remarkable 96 goals. His spell with AC Milan wasn't as successful, and this was mainly due to injuries, which also forced him into retirement in 2011. Taking the top spot as the greatest ever player to represent both Real Madrid and AC Milan is icon Clarence Seedorf. The Dutchman was equally impressive at both clubs, playing a significant role in 2 very successful sides. Regarded by many as one of the greatest central midfielders in history, Seedorf moved to Real in 1996. He helped the club regain the La Liga title in his first season and, in his second season, he won the second Champions League title of his career. At Milan, the impressive Dutchman won the Coppa Italia in 2003, which was a significant feat considering they hadn't won the competition in 26 years. Seedorf gained his 3rd Champions League winners' medal with the Italian Giants, becoming the first player in history to win the Champions League with 3 different clubs. Thank you to visit my YouTube channel.